two black and gold hearts, we're ready for you. Terrible towel swinging under the lights. It's a yinzer showdown on a Sunday night. Oh, fries on the sandwich, beer in the hand. Steel City pride all across the land. From the North Shore cheers to the rivers too. It's the Sunday night yinzers review. We're loud, we're proud, we wave that towel tight. Pittsburgh power on a Sunday night. You better believe the show's in sight. It's the Sunday night yinzers review tonight. Here we go, grab a pierogi or two. Black and gold hearts, we're ready for you. Terrible towel swinging under the lights. It's a yinzer showdown on a Sunday night. Oh, fries on the sandwich, beer in the hand. Steel City pride all across the land. From the North Shore cheers to the rivers too. It's the Sunday night yinzers review. We're loud, we're proud, we wave that towel tight. It's Pittsburgh power on a Sunday night. You better believe the show's in sight. It's the Sunday night yinzers review tonight. Here we go, grab a pierogi or two. Black and gold hearts, we're ready for you. Terrible towel swinging under the lights. It's a yinzer showdown on a Sunday night. Oh, fries on the sandwich, beer in the hand. Steel City pride all across the land. From the North Shore cheers to the rivers too. It's the Sunday night yinzers review. We're loud, we're proud, we wave that towel tight. Pittsburgh power on a Sunday night.
Yo, yo, yo. What is up, everyone? Can you hear me? We're good? There we go. Okay, we're good.
Sunday night yinzers review tonight.
Yeah, the Browns are messing it up.
Black and gold hearts, we're
Let me
ready
get Finch in
for
here.
you. Terrible towel swinging under the lights. It's a yinzer showdown
Is he in
on a
here?
Sunday night. Oh, fries on the
He
sandwich,
left.
beer in the hand. Steel
Why'd he
City
leave?
pride all across the land. From the North Shore cheers to the rivers too. It's the Sunday night yinzers review. We're loud, we're proud, we wave that towel. It's Pittsburgh power on a Sunday night. You better believe the show's in sight. It's the Sunday night yinzers review tonight.
Yo, yo, yo. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? There he is. Let me bring on my co-host, the Ghost.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I don't have my my regular mic tonight because I'm using it as a charger, like the USB, because I broke my other charger. So
You sound fine. Like you sound
Okay,
just
good.
fine.
okay,
Like
good.
literally, you sound just almost as good.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I worked all day, and then I got home about
Yeah.
an hour ago, and we started watching that. We've been watching The Sopranos, and I've never
Ooh.
watched that show before. And I recently acquired the DVD set from a relative, so we started
Yeah.
watching it the other day, and we are addicted to it. It is absolutely fantastic. So we lost track of time. Like I said, I got home from work. I didn't watch any football today except for about 20 minutes of the
Uh-oh.
Browns game because I worked during the whole Steelers game.
Ravens are gonna
I
score.
checked the scores and stuff, so I'm kind of in the dark today because I just didn't catch any football.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen scores. I know who won games. I know what happened to Aaron. And I caught a little bit of the Steeler game at work, but it was like, I was working, so I wasn't really paying much attention. So
Right.
So let's talk. What's going on, brother man? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I had a great weekend of sports, though. I'll tell you that.
Man, I know,
My,
right? Man, some
my
your team, your
oh
local
my
team doing well.
yeah, my local team won. They're advancing to the regional final, the game before states,
Undefeated.
and undefeated. Yep, 12 and
High
0.
school football. That's awesome, man.
Yep, and then of course my Buckeyes won last night.
Yeah.
But
Of course, I'm a Panthers fan, and they got smoked by Notre Dame. So, I
yeah,
mean,
I
everybody
was
saw it
I was
coming, but
I was rooting for you guys, and then I was like, dang, like that running back was pretty good.
yeah, he was wonderful. Hello, everybody on the board. Bingo, Mark, Jen. The 75 Hustle Show. That's a new one. I never seen you before. Who are you? Do you have a show? Is that a?
That's one of my good buddies. I follow him on my channel. He's good. He's pretty cool. He does nerdy news too. So
Oh, do you? Oh, I got to give it a follow. Hold on, let me get that click. Oh, I got to go over to YouTube. I forgot. Anyway, Mark, Jesus, Finch, what kind of communist are you? Never watched the Sopranos.
I know they
I
just
just-
scored two. They just scored two, bro.
Oh, nice. Who, the Browns?
The Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens just scored again. All right, hold on. Let me
Yeah,
bring that up
freaking
real
Andrews.
quick on my end over
Freaking
here.
Andrews just scored, dude.
I'm gonna pop that game up on the TV. Anyway, hold on. I can't have the TV in the shot if I'm gonna show it.
Look at me wear the Cavs freaking shirt with the freaking background of the Steelers stadium.
That's hilarious. The fact that you keep melting into the background too is what makes it even better. You know, if you just had a backlight, seriously, like
Right.
if you had just a little lamp that you could set on the floor, like kind of
Right.
under your butt to just light the background, the green, it would
Right.
make the difference. But
Right.
then again, it kind of takes away from the ghostly. Like I think the ghost thing is kind of the ghost look is it kind of works for you.
Right.
Anyway, I was saying to Mark, so he called me a communist for not watching. I understand that. So when I was in high school when the show originally ran, and we didn't have HBO, so I didn't catch it live. Back then, I remember all my friends at school had HBO, and they all watched it. They loved it. They talked about how great of a show it is. And then, like I said, I just never got around to it. I had HBO off and on throughout the years, and I
Right.
always would get HBO to watch other shit. Like
Right,
Game of Thrones
right.
was a big one.
Right.
The Wire was a big one back in the day we
Yeah.
watched. Just all the shows. And freaking Sopranos was always on like the watch list, and I just never got to it. And then a few months ago, I did a favor for my cousin. I helped him out with something, and he didn't have any cash or anything, but he felt obligated to give me something. And he gave me, of all things, he has a huge DVD collection, like
Oh,
a
what a
wonderful
pro.
collection of movies. And he's like, here, and he gave me the box set, and not like the box set of all the seasons in one, like individual
Yeah.
season box sets. He gave me six
Nice.
fucking box sets for The Sopranos, and it's been sitting on the shelf for a while now. And then, last week I was off. I had the whole week off. I was on vacation,
You
and
just started it.
yeah, I mean, you guys were at my house the first day of the vacation. That's the first day we watched our first episode. Like, we were sitting there that day. I'm just like, I'm all excited. I'm waiting for you guys to come over. We're going to do this great show. And of course, the
Yeah.
Steelers fucking sucked it up. They made up for that today, and we'll get to that. But
Right.
we started watching The Sopranos that day. We watched an episode, and I was immediately, I was like, yeah, this is my shit. I love it. Because I like that shit. You know, I like Casino
Yeah.
and Goodfellas and all that. It's great movies. And we're addicted to it. So
There you
I got
go.
home today, and she wanted to watch an episode. I was like, it's either that or we watch The Browns. And The Sopranos won.
Finch. Don't ever compare the Sopranos to the Browns again.
Oh, I didn't compare them. That was just my choices. I was either going to sit with my beautiful, wonderful wife, smoke a cigar and drink some booze and watch an episode of The Sopranos, or I was going to sit here by myself,
Drink.
smoking a cigar and drinking booze and watching The Browns. Which one would you take? I'm going with boobs every time, bro. Boobs over Browns every time.
Yeah. That's valid.
So how was your day been, brother?
I mean, it went pretty well. Was fed pretty well today.
Oh, nice. See, that's one thing I didn't eat very much. I had a good salad a little bit ago, but
I tried this like mixture of like my dad thought of it and then made it at my grandma's for dinner.
was it?
And it was like a mixture of like cheese potatoes and like
oh,
not like your regular cheese potatoes, just like the what's it called?
like scallop potatoes or
Not scallop potatoes or anything like those cheese potatoes, but it's like what's the one with like the broth on it?
Potatoes with like au gratin.
Yeah, like I forget what it's called, but like it's like chopped up, and there's like slices of potatoes, and then it was just, but basically there was hot dogs and cheese and peppers in it too. So it was pretty
That
good.
sounds pretty amazing. I can get into that.
Yeah, it was really good. So yeah, my grandma made it. My dad thought of the idea though. So
That sounds pretty good, brother. I'm always down for some good food.
and of course our hometown won. As
Yes.
I'm sitting with a Cavs shirt.
See, this is week 11, right? Yeah,
Yes,
I was looking at the scores earlier. I was just checking my picks, which, by the way, crushing this week. Let me go grab my
I
clipboard real
lost
quick.
like 2 games. Hey, what's his name call you? The Bears.
Oh, Timmy. He
call
he
you?
sent me a couple messages about it. He has not been watching the games. He's been dealing with health issues like anxiety and stress, and it's been messing with him right here. So the doctor literally told him, like, hey, you got to start stop doing things that stress you out. And sports was definitely one of them. So now he does not watch the games. He watches the score.
Okay,
as
that
it
makes
goes.
sense. That makes
Yeah, you know how like we'll bring up like the live game day thing. And I'm just like, dude, that's just as
what my
bad.
dad
In fact,
does.
that's probably more stressful because you're not seeing the plays, you're waiting for the result of a play. And it's like, bro, like
That's what my dad does. He pulls up the ESPN app and just watches the game cast. So
not for me, dude. I'd rather watch the game.
right, exactly.
Hey, I'll be right back. I grab my
Do
clipboard.
your thing. Okay.
Just grabbing my drink and a clipboard. I'll be right back.
Yep. So how are we, folks? How's chat doing? How are we tonight? Let's get into the board. Bingo. They won't. But it's time to sit Rogers. I agree, kinda. Jen, how are ya? Nice seeing you. Mark. The fun. Yeah, that's the Browns' way, man. Nice seeing you, 757. Thank you for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Your support. Yeah, Mark. I mean, who hasn't watched it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did he get it? They gave him the first.
And we're back.
And we're back. I was
Hey,
just reading the comments.
What's up? Oh, what you got there?
I was reading Bingo's comment. I guess there's a starch. What's a TNG? Like a marathon, you think?
Star Trek: The Next Generation, brother. Come on now. Call yourself a nerd.
Right. You're right.
Call yourself a nerd?
You're right. I forgot the Next Generation.
What's TNG? What's that like? Is that like a type of shoe? Just fucking with you.
I know.
I'm not a Star Trek guy. I've never been into Star Trek. However, I do like The Next Generation. That's one that was what was on TV when I was a kid.
Right. That's a good one.
It is, I think, by most accounts, it's considered the best one. I watched a little bit of Deep Space Nine years and years ago, and I thought that was pretty cool too. But the Next Generation's the only one that I ever
got interested in.
Right, and it's the only one that, like, if an episode's on TV right now and I'm not doing nothing, I can sit down and watch any episode. I can't do that with any other Star Trek. I just can't.
Theaters just overthrown by a mile. Did you see that?
Sure did. I'm watching it right now. Yep.
He just
missed him by 5 yards.
Yeah, and he was wide open.
Oh, he put everything into that throw, too. He was stepping into it. Yeah, he just missed it. He just missed it. He had 2 guys.
Right.
You know what, though? We'll do some football talk here. Let's talk about Shedeur, because I was watching the game at the moment when he came in. That's the only part of the game that I caught a little bit ago before we started watching our show.
Everyone was going nuts.
I happened to flip it on. It was early in the game, and I thought, Jesus Christ, they're going to put Shedeur. They mentioned it. And I was like, okay, this is it.
Oh, no.
No, he dropped it.
He dropped it. No.
I think I'm watching over the air, so you might be a little bit behind me.
No, I'm on the air, too.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the antenna.
Cool.
That's a little bit of holding there, man.
You know what, though? He could have caught that. That was catchable.
That was catchable, but just a little bit of hold.
Well, there was some hand fighting there. They were both going for the ball too. I think it was good.
I gotta go for it, right? You think?
You have to. You want to win the game. Got to
I
go
can't
for it
believe we're
here.
rooting
1
for
minute
them
left,
right-
Browns.
I can't believe we're rooting for them right now.
Of course we are, dude, because fucking the Ravens
Right,
somehow, some way are getting back into this division.
right.
And it's a combination of the
some
Ravens
way.
winning like they should have been,
Somehow,
and the Steelers,
some
of course,
way.
losing. So
Somehow, some way, Finch. Somehow, some way. Look. Somehow, some way.
that's the way. That's what it takes. If anybody's interested, by the way, I'm smoking a Monte Cristo.
That looks sweet.
I don't know shit about cigars.
But it's probably
But a few days
tasty.
ago, I was off this week, so a friend of mine knew that, and he was moving. And he's like, Jeff, man, I need some help moving. You know, and I said, you know, I don't mind hanging out with my friends. And like, he likes to have a drink. He likes to hang out. He has a PlayStation. So we went over there. We did a little PlayStation gaming. And he had a bunch of cigars, and he had a little mini humidor. And he's like, bro, he's like, you know, we're going to start packing. We literally had the whole place packed except for the TV, two chairs, and his PlayStation. And we had everything in the U-Haul. And we decided, you know, let's just sit down for a few minutes. Let's play a little Mortal Kombat, right? And so we're just playing some fights, and he pulls out these cigars. He pulls out 3 cigars.
Yeah.
And this little tiny humidor. He says, hey, man, he's like, I can't give you any cash or anything for helping me out. He's like, here's a bunch of cigars. He gave me 3 cigars and a humidor, a freaking, like a small one. And it holds maybe 4 or 5 cigars. And I know that wasn't a cheap item. He just gave it to me. He said, this is it. Because he was moving. He's downsizing. You know what I mean? He's getting rid of stuff. And I totally understand. And I thought, you know what? I'm not a smoker. I was never a tobacco guy, ever.
Right.
Like, I mean, I've had maybe 5 cigarettes in my whole life. And, you know what? I was like, fuck it. So I went on YouTube and learned a few things about him. And he gave me a cutter as well, a cigar cutter.
Oh, that's sweet, Finch.
And last night I tried my very first premium cigar I've ever had. And it was wonderful.
There you go.
And then I woke up this morning for work. And I caught a video last night on YouTube about like cigars pairing with coffee. That's a thing. And me, I love me some coffee. So this morning I woke up extra early and I had a cigar with the coffee, and it was one of the
If we
best.
ever win a Super Bowl again,
tastes.
I'll smoke them with you.
Next time you're coming over and you're smoking one with me, bro.
Okay, I'll do it.
Next time you're coming
I'll do
over.
it.
When you
All
coming
right.
over, bro? We got some games to play. I got the PlayStation.
I
here.
gotta
got the
add you first.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Remind me later. I'll message you
Yeah,
my
well,
info. Finchy Blue Eyes.
yeah.
It's an easy one.
Yeah. I told you I don't have any plus right now. Ah, they freaking won.
That doesn't
Dang
matter,
it.
dude. We can just get on there and fucking chat while we play. Who cares?
Right,
They do have
right.
the game streaming. You don't have to have plus to do game streaming.
Yeah, I know. But I
need-
just did the capture card stuff, so.
Oh, did you get a card yet?
Yeah, I got a capture card, yeah.
What did you get?
I just got a $30 one. I didn't get like an Elgato or anything. You know what I mean?
That's good. Yeah. I've seen those before.
Yeah, let me see.
The only reason I bought the Elgato that I have is because it was on sale when I bought it.
Right.
I think I bought it for like $50, and they were easily over $100 at the time.
Hold on, let me get this. I'll plug it real quick because it's on my Xbox at the moment, but I'm not playing it. So there's right there. Right there.
And that's it. The Baltimore Ravens victory formation. They pulled it off.
One of those. See.
You know, the first half, the Browns looked pretty good. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we did. Yeah, one of these. It's
Did you get that? Where'd you get it? Like Target, Walmart?
No, I got it on Amazon.
Oh, you got it off Amazon. Nice. Because I've seen similar ones at Walmart. They have sold them
Right.
before there.
It's not bad. It actually holds up pretty well.
Is it doing HD and everything just fine?
Yeah. I don't get 4K, but 1080 is not bad for it.
I mean, that HD 60 I offered to you for $30, it does 1080 real nice. And 60 frames. And I was only charging 30 for it.
You probably already put it on eBay, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I still have it. I thought there might be a chance you might still want to buy it. But now that you've got one, I know it's good because I definitely plan on putting it up soon.
Right.
But if you change your mind, brother, I got it for you. I'll hold it. Even if you tell me to hold it for you, I will. I don't care.
If you I mean, I already got this one for my birthday, but if you hold it for maybe Christmas.
Don't worry about it, buddy. I'll hold it for a while.
Yeah.
Try that one out, and if it's working good for you, then it's all good. If you find some hiccups or something, call me. I'll definitely give you the deal.
Okay, for sure.
Hey, I'm going to share my screen here. I got scores up.
There we go.
Let me remember how to
Wait,
do
wait.
it.
Can you pull up Discord? Jen's showing something in Discord. She had decorations up. Can you pull up
Yeah, hold on. I
Discord
got to bring it
screen?
up real quick. I just didn't have it up on my PC.
You able to bring it up on Discord?
Yeah. You want me to
Okay.
bring it up on screen share?
Yeah, just bring up the picture if you can find the picture of her decorations.
Oh, hey, very nice.
Yeah, that's what she
Very
did.
nice.
She was sore now. Here goes Bo Nix. What a throw! You find it, Finch?
I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen here. There it is.
There we go. Okay, let me. How do I add it? Okay, that's right. I have to do this. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice,
Very
Jen.
nice, Jen.
How many hours did it take you to do? It had to take a couple hours, you
Is
know.
that Bluey? Do I see Bluey on the end?
That is Bluey, dude. That's awesome. That's freaking Bluey.
My daughter is a little bit older now, but a couple years ago, Bluey was a big deal in this house. And if they ever do a new season of it, it'll probably be a big deal again because legitimately that show is great. It's a legitimately very good television show. I love it. I mean, I wouldn't watch it if I didn't have a kid, but I'm glad that I have a kid and was able to watch it.
Hey, Finch, are you busy tomorrow, dude?
I work, dude.
Aw, dang.
I work
What
all the
time
time,
is-
bro.
What time
Work
is
all
that
the time.
thing, though?
I work in the morning, so I get home around 5 or so. Wow, you got something you want to do?
I wanted to see if you want to do, like, well, next month it happens, but are you ever to the Game Awards?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I watch them every year. Jeff Keighley.
Yeah.
You want to live stream during the Game Awards? You want to do it?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was going to do a watch
Yeah.
party for it.
When is it? It's usually like the middle of December.
It's Thursday, the December 11th.
I'll request the day off. We'll do it.
And then, but tomorrow's the nominees. That's why I wanted to see if you want to tune in a little
Oh,
bit.
they announcing the nominees tomorrow.
Yeah, on Monday. I think I like a 5, though.
Yeah, I won't be available at that time. But if you want to, like, if I'm able to swing it tomorrow afternoon, if the wife doesn't have any plans for me or something doesn't come up and you want to do a live stream, we can bring up all the awards and the nominees and we can talk about it. That'd be awesome. We can do it on your channel if you want.
I'm down.
So
When do you wanna
guys,
do it?
we'll see what's
Probably
up
like-
tomorrow. Message me
Okay.
tomorrow. I'll message you when I get off work tomorrow.
All right, man.
So let's check out these scores. Let me bring up a screen share here. We've been boring these poor people. They just want to talk about football, and we're making it difficult, and I'm so sorry.
There it is. Right there. 5 hours. 4 hours, my bad. What am I reading?
It's a lot of work. You did good, Jen. Good
Ciao,
job.
Jen. My grandson was so excited.
That's awesome.
There we go. Okay, we're going to the football talk. Let's go.
Let's see here. Yeah, you want to bring it up? I'm sharing the screen here, buddy. I got the
Yep,
scores
my
up.
bad. There we go.
So, yeah, let's just bang these out real quick. Let's go over our picks.
Hold on,
First
do you
and
wanna do this
foremost,
right
the
here?
first game,
Wait, hold on.
Patriots beat the Jets. Who saw that one coming?
That one right there?
Go back to the one you had before.
This one?
Yeah.
There we go. All right, man.
Still doesn't look great.
It'll be all right. Try pulling up a screen and then doing it.
Hold on a second. Oh, it doesn't let me scroll or anything like that.
I think it's better that way, but it's fine.
Like this? All right.
Yeah.
Let's
Try getting
see.
into
So
one.
that
Yeah,
first
that's good.
game, Patriots beat the Jets. Are we really surprised by this? Are we
No.
really surprised by this? I don't think there's anything to share here, dude.
May-
The Jets are trash.
Jets are trash. May might be the real deal
He's having a
With
good
Vrabel.
season.
with
He-
Vrabel.
I like Mike Vrabel. I've always liked that guy. I even liked him when he was a player with the Steelers.
Right.
He was not a great player with the Steelers. You know, he went to New England. Obviously, he had a very good,
Career.
lucrative career there. He caught
Yeah.
those touchdowns in the Super Bowl or whatever. But as a coach, I like him. He coached the Titans a few years ago. Is that right?
Yeah.
And I liked him then. He started to do things with that team. Now, it kind of went to shit. Their players were never really that good. But he's shown that he has the ability, and now he has this team in New England. He inherited a pretty poor team. I mean,
Yeah.
the Patriots have not been good since Belichick left. And,
Nope.
I mean, picking May obviously was the best choice. That guy is having a great season. He had a good game today. Not
might
an
win
incredible
MVP.
game, but he had a solid game. 25 for 34, 281, and a touchdown. I mean, that is a very serviceable game.
Yep. He might.
Of course,
win
their
MVP.
running back, Travion, he went nuts.
But
He had 2 touchdowns. Yeah, good for him, man.
I was so mad when they drafted him.
Really? He's
I
been
was
doing pretty
so-
well.
I was so mad because I knew
You wanted
he was
Steelers
gonna
to get him?
I wanted the Steelers to get him,
Instead, we got Caleb.
and then we got the Iowa guy who hasn't
Um,
done very solid at all.
Justin Fields led rushing for the Jets today. He had 11 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown. I like Justin Fields, okay? He's not a good quarterback. But he...
Oh my goodness, we have a special guest, Finch.
What? What's up? Put him on.
And Peaches is in the
Peaches
building.
is here. Oh, we haven't seen her in a while.
There we go. My mother's team lost, is what they're saying.
Mmm.
I know. I
Yeah,
know.
they blew it. Jen says that Mariota threw an interception in overtime. First game of the day. We got to go back. That's Washington, right? Yeah. So
That was.
I know that I swore up and down on this channel earlier in the year after Miami screwed me in week 1. I said, I will never pick the Dolphins again. And I have not picked them once this season since. And that has benefited me every week until last week when they had that big win. Okay. The other day I'm doing my picks and I thought, you know what? I like the Commanders this year.
Right.
But Jaden Daniels ain't there anymore. And I thought, without Jaden, I don't know if the Commanders, because their defense is mediocre at best. Their offense is better than average with Jaden, but they were winning games. They won games against good teams. And I thought, there's no way Washington's going to blow it against these fucking Dolphins. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, yeah, Jaden's hurt. Dolphins came off a really big win last week, right? Like,
right. A big
the win last week, I think 100% saved McDaniel's job. Mike
Right.
McDaniel, right? That's it.
Right.
And then they come back and they fucking win it. And I picked them. I'm happy that I actually picked the Dolphins. I never
picked
say
the
that. I
Dolphins
hate the
too.
Dolphins. I hate Miami. I hate that stupid fish on their helmet. I can't stand the Dolphins. The only thing ever to entertain me from the Dolphins was Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
I was
okay?
about to say that. I was about to say
Only
that.
and you know what? They mentioned 2 players in that whole fucking thing, and one of them wasn't even real. It was Dan Finkel, Ray Finkel. Excuse me, Ray Finkel.
Ray Finkel.
Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Finkel.
Finkel is
Einhorn.
Einhorn. Einhorn is
my-
a man. But I picked the
my
Dolphins this
God.
week, and the Dolphins won, and I'm pretty happy about that. I don't know anything about the game. 16-13 in overtime sounds like quite possibly the shittiest game. And she said Mariota had 1 pick, and that was in overtime to lose it. That sucks, man. That's
Yeah.
rough. Tua, 14 for 26, 171
Broncos
yards.
might
No
win
touchdowns.
Here, man.
What's that?
Broncos might win in here
Yeah?
with a field goal.
Oh, they switched it over. Yeah, it's tied up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Might have-
God, Perna's losing his fucking mind right now. Did you ever check out that Brandon Perna? That's Good Sports. I've posted some links in the chat.
I keep forgetting, dude. Like,
You got to watch him, dude. He's a Denver fan, but he makes really great videos just during the season. He makes really great videos just about football. Like
Right.
he's been doing some videos about kicking in the NFL over this year and the weird stuff that's like super
Yeah.
fascinating stuff. I highly recommend. The guy has like 800,000 subs or whatever. It's not like he needs us to endorse him, but I'm just telling you, a great
Right.
sports channel. It's called That's Good Sports featuring Brandon Perna. And I brought it up because that dude,
Oh, let me see.
he's a Broncos fan and he live streams every game. So he's live streaming right now, I'm sure. And it's funny because the dude gets so emotional. Like he
Oh, and I
really
am
pulls his
subbed to
hair
him.
out. It's great. It's wonderful to watch.
I am sub to him.
Yeah, That's Good Sports. It's great.
Yeah, he's good. I've been sub to him for a minute.
Yeah, he's
Oh
great.
my
He had a
goodness.
great video the other day about the kicking in the NFL and how they might
Wow,
have to
what a-
change the rules
what a
again.
Pass.
I got
Yeah.
I got that score up here. Broncos tied game.
They just got completed a pass for like.
I see it. Yeah, I got
20.
it playing on the TV here. Oh,
The Chiefs, dude.
we need the Chiefs to win this game for the Steelers standings. We're talking
Yeah.
about the AFC,
Yeah.
but I
Freaking Bills.
can't root for the Chiefs, man.
Right. The freaking Bills won today too, and I'm so mad.
Dude,
'cause-
Josh Allen went
we
absolutely.
can go into that one. Go into that one. Real quick.
Yeah, let's say fuck this game. This game's we're watching this game. But let's see where we at there. Josh
Bills.
Allen. So that's the Bills. Where are they? I don't see them.
Right. It's down right there.
There it is, Bucks. And you know what? I picked the Bills. Obviously, they
I
were
picked
playing
the
at home, but the Bucks have been playing great
Very
football.
good. Yeah, and that's why I chose the Bucks.
And I do not blame you for taking the Bucks. That's a solid pick. However, come on, dude. The Bills, for one, they're at home. It's
I know,
cold
but
weather.
I
This is
know,
cold
but
weather time.
they've been losing like crazy and dumb games, and I just thought like Baker Mayfield was gonna go in there and beat them, But I get your point. It's the weather, it's the atmosphere of that stadium. It's the last
Right.
season there too.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to be tearing that stadium down at the end of the year. That's right.
Oh my goodness, they need it.
Let's click
But
on
let's
these
see what he
player
did.
stats here.
How did he do, Finch?
What's that?
How did he do? How did Josh Allen and Baker
I'm
Mayfield
looking at it
do?
right now. So I thought I read somewhere that he had 5 touchdowns.
He had 6.
6 touchdowns? Because
Yeah,
they're only
he had
showing 3 here. Did he have 3 rushing touch? Oh, he did. Okay. He had 3 rushing. Okay.
Yeah.
He went 6 for 40. That's a stat line right there. Look at that. 6 for 40 rushing, Josh Allen. The quarterback, by the way. 6.7 yards a carry and 3 touchdowns, bro.
Just think Cleveland could have had him.
6.7 yards per carry.
Cleveland
With
coulda had
3
him
touchdowns. That is not 3 tush pushes, dude.
Nope.
That is a guy running the ball in and putting the fucking team on his shoulders and winning the game.
What's that video? The Greg Jennings. Put the team
Yeah, I
on my
remember.
back.
Remember Greg Jennings?
That's what. Remember the video with the Greg Jennings video? When he says, "I put the team on my back."
I don't remember that. Was he with the Packers at the time?
Yeah.
I don't remember that video. You'll have to bring it up.
Hold on. If I can find it.
Well, you search for that. I'm just going to go through some scores real quick, buddy.
Yep.
So let's see. What do we got good? Packers over the Giants. I don't think there was any surprises there.
Nope.
Houston over Tennessee. Neither team is any good. But I did pick Houston.
And the Broncos win.
Not entirely sure why. Yes, they did. They got a field goal and they won it.
Nice.
Oh, dude, Perna's flipping out right now. Might have to flip over to his
Nice.
channel real quick. See what he's got to say. But yeah, I picked Houston. I was kind of on a whim because both teams suck. And usually when both teams are equal in my mind, when they both stink or they're both good, I usually take the home team. But I flipped it over. And pretty happy I did because obviously it was the pick. I got it.
I found it, Finch. How have you not seen this video?
Yeah, Perna's flipping out right now. I'm watching it. He's over here. He's got his arms up.
How have you not seen this video, Finch?
Put it up. Let me see it. I probably have seen it. I just don't remember it. That's to be honest with you, because that would have been 15 years ago or whatever when he played.
I was like, it's an old video, but it's like in Madden. This one, dude. This one.
Oh, he drags him the whole way across the field?
Yeah.
From Madden? Okay, I remember. Okay, it's the Madden clip. I was thinking you were like gonna give me like a locker room interview clip or something like that. The clip from Madden. Yeah, good. Play it real quick because it's an absolute classic video game clip.
There we go.
Oh, this is good.
This is what Josh Allen is doing.
Say I'm one of the hardest niggas in Madden. I have one of the most best offense in Madden history. Look at this shit.
Yeah, I remember this.
Look at that nigga.
99-yard
Greg
play.
Jennings caught that shit. It's right, last play of the game. But dog, earlier though, the nigga broke his fucking leg. How is he running with a broken leg?
That's right.
Look at this nigga holding this shit though. Dog, he put the team on his back. Dog, let's go inside the mind of a Greg Jennings.
Let's go inside the
Dog, I gotta do this shit. I put the team on my fucking back, though. My leg broke. I don't know how the fuck I'm running right now, though. I'll do this shit for Madden. Oh, shit. Darren Sharp was one of the most hardest hitting safeties in the league. But I put the team on my back, dude. Fuck it. You can't stop me. Cross
Classic.
the plane. Touchdown. Greg Jennings.
Hey, Derpy.
20, man.
Yeah.
Fuck with me.
Yeah.
Aunt Peaches says she loves cigars, and she says, "Tell him, Derpy, why is she so fond of cigars?
I don't know.
Is it a Monica Lewinsky situation, or are you too
Probably.
young to understand that reference?"
Probably. Probably both.
Remind me later off air, Derpy. I will explain to you the cigar meme that I just said.
Probably both, Finch. Probably both.
And that's exactly what Derpy, your Aunt Peaches, is suggesting. There is a very Lewinsky thing to happen.
But Yeah,
It's too dirty for me to say here. Let's just say that.
Yeah, is that better? Hold on.
Yeah, we can do that. Leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there. Hold up.
Okay. There we go.
Yes, now we can. Oh, that's even better. There we go.
Okay, let's go.
Actually, no, let's back it up. I like having the view
Go
of all
back
the
to the
scores.
Bills game real quick.
Okay.
But
Oh shit! I scrolled down. Here it is.
yeah,
What are we
but
looking
I mean,
at here?
like, because we were on that when we.
Yeah,
but
go on.
Josh Allen is
A beast?
He's the guy. He's the beast. He's the guy right now.
Josh
Definitely
Allen
better.
is.
Can he
Go
get
ahead.
over the hump though? Can he get over the hump this year? You know what I mean? Can he get past the curse that is Patrick Mahomes or anybody that's in his way? You know what I mean?
Except for they had two pretty ugly losses this year. One was to the
Yeah.
Browns, right? They lost to the Browns
Right.
early this year. There's no reason to believe that they can't, but they have proven that they are capable of choking. So you're right. Now, if Josh goes out and plays a game like this, I'm not saying he's going to score 6 touchdowns by himself every single game. But if he goes out and he plays half as well as he did today, and he's scoring 3 touchdowns a game, they're going to win most games.
Let me see this.
It's not like he's not, I mean, we say he's carrying the team, but he's not carrying the team. You know what I mean? The team is still playing. They have a good defense.
That's better.
He has good players around him. He has a good offensive line. They're just a good team. Now, can they get over the hump against, Mahomes and that? It's hard to say. You don't know. This is Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady all over again.
Exactly, Finch.
And every decade or so you have this. When I was a kid, it was Jim Kelly versus Troy Aikman.
Right.
You know what I mean? Those guys were doing it in the big game, though, and of course, Jim Kelly didn't do very well in those games. But it's what it is. You have these situations. Favre and Elway is a good one. That's the NFL. I mean, Elway and Montana. That was a
Elway
pretty
and
bruising
Montana.
rivalry there at the late '80s, 55-10. Anybody who remembers that one?
I'm gonna have to do that when it go there next time.
Try it. It's not bad.
But this does not help the Steelers, folks. This does not help the Steelers.
No, we wanted the Bills, we wanted the Chiefs both to lose. It's good that the Broncos. We wanted the Broncos to lose.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. As long as the Steelers can take care of business and win their games, they're going to be in good shape. That's all you can say.
Right.
The Steelers are fortunate enough. Yes, we lost 3 of the previous 4 games. Lost a couple of them in pretty embarrassing fashion. Speaking of embarrassing fashion, the Chargers got fucking smashed today.
Go to that one.
Yeah, that was probably that and the Miami win were the 2 more surprising wins for me today, in my opinion.
Right there, above.
So I didn't look at any stats. I only looked at the score here. So let's go over this. Now, remember, this is the Chargers team that made Aaron Rodgers look pretty pathetic on Sunday night.
Like a bitch. They made him like a wimp.
Trevor Lawrence, 14 for 22, 153, a touchdown and a pick. They scored 35 points, by the way, and Trevor Lawrence had 1 touchdown. So I'm thinking that Jacksonville's defense had a ridiculous game. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see.
Who had the ridiculous game then? Because it certainly wasn't.
It had to be their defense.
Right. You see any picks or?
No, all the scores were offensive scores.
Wow.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence had 1 pick. 35. Man, that's wild. Let's go to the.
You know who it was? The guy that we didn't get.
Oh, Travis Etienne.
No, the other guy.
Well, I was going to say, Etienne had 19 carries for
Myers.
73 yards and 2 catches, or 2 touchdowns.
Freaking Myers. I think Myers scored a touchdown.
Jacoby Myers? No, he did not. He went 5 for 64 with no touchdowns.
But still, that's a lot of yards for a new.
Trevor Lawrence had that passing touchdown. 14 for 22, 153, a touchdown to pick. That is a serviceable game. That's a Ben Roethlisberger stat line.
Right.
Now, Trevor Lawrence also had a rush for a touchdown.
Right.
Etienne had 2 rushing touchdowns, and Tootin. I don't know that guy. Bashal Tootin? Great name.
Toot.
Now, I'll do some toot. You know what I'm saying? You ever see that video?
Yeah.
The toot guy?
Yeah.
Got to hand to the Jags, man. They took care of business. So, by this logic,
Jagoffs.
the Jaguars should beat the Steelers by 70 points if they ever were to play.
Right.
Right? Because the Chargers laid it out on us, and now they laid it out on Chargers. So technically,
the Jaguars.
what's up, Feel the Steel? Stash.
Boom.
Boom.
Hit it, Finch.
I did, but it didn't work. What the flip?
No.
Hold up.
Hold up. Doom, 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 doom.
Oh, that's right. I fixed the buttons.
Boom.
There it is. That's
There
right.
we
I
go.
took the boom button away and I put it on a different button. I got to fix that.
Okay. There
It
we
was
go.
because the other night when we were here, I had to change up the setup and some things got mixed
Yeah,
up. But anyway, I digress.
But I mean, this is the game that might hurt us. Looking back at it.
That Chargers game?
Yeah, and then seeing this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't lose to conference opponents.
Right.
And obviously, we lost to the Bengals. That was a big. We lost to the Packers. That's not a conference opponent. That one doesn't sting as much. But beating the Bengals today obviously was huge. This was probably the biggest game of the season right now for the Steelers. This was the game that was going to determine whether or not let's just fuck these other games. Let's just go back to the Steeler game. That's what everybody wants to talk about. Let me bring up stats real quick. Steelers defense, guys. Round of applause, by the way, for the Steelers D.
Can I just say something?
It's your show, bro. Say it.
Where was this team last week? Where was this defense last week?
I'm listening. Go ahead. Because everything you're saying right now is 100%. Where was this team? Now, granted, okay,
we had to watch so much trash last week, and then...
You're right, but let's just calm down just a little bit. Let's think about this for just a second, buddy. Let's think about this just a little bit.
All right.
Now, yes, the Chargers got smacked today by a mediocre at best Jacksonville team. Okay. However, Jacksonville has proven to me, I've watched a couple of their games this year, and they won the games that I watched, and Trevor Lawrence picked up the team, and as we've been saying, he kind of carried the team on his back a couple of times this year. I watched, I believe it was either a Sunday or a Monday night. It was a primetime game where he just went off. I like Trevor Lawrence. He's good. Jacksonville is a decent team. The Chargers are definitely a better squad than Jacksonville. It is reasonable to think that the Chargers would beat or could beat the Steelers, okay? It's a reasonable thought. If that was a close game, I don't think we would have been upset as it was, because the Chargers played well, but the Steelers kind of played poorly as well. You know what I mean? This week's different, though, because, for one, we played the Bengals. Now, I know the Bengals beat us pretty well a couple weeks ago. Okay, I know that they really, really took the wind out of our sails a few weeks back. However, their defense is legendarily garbage right now. It's bad. The Bengals' defense is terrible. And the Steelers do not have a powerhouse offense. However, we are capable. And what's crazy is that Rudolph came in today and had a great game. He was serviceable. He didn't throw for 5 picks or touchdowns or anything, but
no. He was
comparing this week's Steelers to last week's Steelers, a lot of it depends on the team that they're playing.
Right.
That's what it is. The Bengals aren't good, okay? They're just not. They haven't been good this year. Their offense is capable. Joe Flacco he's doing that thing where the old quarterback comes back and has a few really great games. You know, we've seen it time and time again in the NFL. That's not going to last, okay?
Didn't I say this a few years ago, Finch? I said that the Bengals were going to collapse once Burrow, after the Super Bowl, they were going to collapse. Didn't I say that?
Everybody said that. Everybody said that if Burrow wasn't there, because he was last year was a good example. Joe Burrow should have been the fucking MVP last year, because all they did was win when he was in there, and all they did was lose when he wasn't. And then this year he goes down, and the team is just... Once again, can't blame Joe Burrow for the defense sucking. And it is, I think Joe Flacco has done a good job. I mean, it's obviously he's done a decent job. He's their best option. I'm still kind of mad that the Browns traded him. Mike Tomlin had that soliloquy that he gave out where he was legitimately upset. And he's like, I don't understand what they're thinking. Why do you give away a quarterback to a division opponent? And he should have been upset because Joe Flacco tends to burn the Steelers. And he did burn us in that first game.
That one game.
Steelers showed up to play today, man. It's that simple. I think they played angry.
Yep.
And for everything that I've seen in the Steelers game today, we were hitting hard. Jalen Ramsey, I watched him pop a couple of guys. He had one in the second quarter. He popped a guy about a full second after the ball missed his hands. The dude misses this catch, goes off his hands. You could count one Mississippi, and then Jalen hits him. It was Chase. It was Jamar Chase. Jalen hits him from behind in the middle of his back and just fucking puts him down. No late call. Okay? 100% should have been a penalty. I understand if Bengals fans are mad about that. But I love that Jalen Ramsey is leading by hitting. That is old school. I love it. He's out there. He's playing hard. He's hitting guys. He's making plays. And the rest of the defense gets inspired by that. And, of course, you know, guys like veterans like Watt and Cam, they don't need a youngster to come in and play well and show them how it's done. But a lot of those other younger guys, they like to see that veteran come in and hit hard and play hard every play. It's inspirational. And it's good to see that mentality took hold today with the Steelers. Okay, they played hard-nosed defense. They dominated the line of scrimmage. They were just making great plays in the secondary. Once again, Ramsey, moving him to center might be the move of the year so far. Or to safety, excuse me. He has been just all over the field, you know?
You know what
Go on.
sucks?
What's that?
He's not going to play the Bears game.
I know. And that's a point of contention with me and Timmy.
Hurt.
Tim has been messaging me multiple times over the last few weeks. Literally, I'll just get a message at seriously like 5 a.m. It just says, "Bro, Rodgers is going to kill the Bears in 3 weeks." Like this is a Bears fan, and he's like sending me these messages. Like he's 100% convinced that Rodgers cannot lose to the Bears. I messaged him about an hour ago. I said, "You see Aaron Rodgers hurt his hand today?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "He might not play next week." And I never got a reply from Tim. I think he needed to settle in. But if Rodgers doesn't play next week, I don't know what to think, dude. I saw somebody earlier here say something that they think that Rodgers is done. Feel the steel. Yeah, Rodgers' experiment is over. No, it's not, bro. They are not going to bench Rodgers. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. The only way Rodgers doesn't start is if he's hurt. I mean, that's just what it is, dude. Like, you don't pay this guy. He's a 4-time league MVP, right? One of the greatest quarterbacks to ever live. He still has it. I don't care what anybody says. Rodgers still has his arm.
Look of a Super Bowl.
He's still good. He's not the Aaron Rodgers from 2010.
No.
But I will tell you one thing. Go ahead.
He's definitely better than... You know what the funny part is, Finch?
Yeah.
I think he's better than Ben at the end of his career.
He's been better than Ben most of his career.
I meant like right now. Like, you know how Ben...
Oh, yeah, year 41 him versus year 40 Ben. Yeah, I get it, yeah. Remember, Ben's last season was a little meh.
I would take Rodgers all the time, regardless of his age.
He says, well, that's stupid. Rodgers is off. Once again, Rodgers is not the MVP he was.
No.
But he is still the most experienced quarterback on the roster.
Right.
He's still the most talented quarterback on the roster. I don't care how good Mason played today. Mason could have went out there and throw 4 touchdowns in the second half today to win that game. And you're still not going to convince me that Mason should start next week.
Right.
Barring injury, of course. Barring injury.
Right.
Obviously, if Rodgers can't go, Mason's a guy. And I trust that Mason can win the game. Because the Bears are medium. They're meaty. They're mid.
They still suck.
But they're going up, and the Bears have been winning games, and they have been playing well. And Caleb has been doing a good job with them. Okay.
You know why they're doing good? Can you tell me why?
Well, I mean, Caleb's throwing like 2 to 3 touchdowns almost every game. That's a good reason.
Do you know why he's doing well, though? Do you know why he's doing well, though?
Why is he doing well?
Ben Johnson.
I mean, when you bring in a great coach, someone whose track record is still being laid out with Ben Johnson, okay? But what he did with that offense in Detroit cannot be understated. Nope. And the guy has proven that he's capable of running an offense. And that's what the Bears needed. Caleb last year had a very good year. Statistically, Caleb Williams was on par with Jaden Daniels. They had very similar stats. In fact, I'm pretty sure regular season, obviously, the Bears didn't play in the postseason last year, but regular season, I'm pretty sure Caleb had Jaden beat on most major stats. He had more yards passing. I think he had more yards rushing. And I think he had like 1 or 2 less touchdowns than Jaden. The difference is Jaden's on a decent squad, and the Bears last year were not very good. They were up and coming. They were a rebuilding team last year, and Caleb is probably he's capable of being the guy going forward. What's that?
Right. I was just watching the highlights, and there was one interception for the Bears that they threw to Jefferson, and he went up and got it for an interception. Phil
says, let it go. No third down conversions again. What game were you watching? First of all, I didn't watch a game. I'll be honest with you. But I will tell you this. Aaron Rodgers is getting paid a hell of a lot of money. A hell of a lot of money.
Yep.
And you don't pay somebody that kind of money to bench them because they had a tough game. A tough half game.
Right.
Aaron was bad versus the Chargers. Everybody knows that, okay? Yeah. Everybody has bad games. At the end of the day, the best quarterback on the roster right now is Aaron Rodgers. And there's...
Because
like I said, if Mason comes out next week and throws for 5 touchdowns and rushes one in and he has 300 yards, the Steelers are still going to start Aaron Rodgers the following week. Now, what they might do is say, his injury is nagging. You know, let's give him one more week with the injury. They'll play that game. And then they'll go to the next game, and I can't remember who I think we played the Dolphins after the Bears.
Nope, the Bills.
The Bills, right. And then the Dolphins after that.
Yep. That's going to be rough.
If Mason starts this week, no matter what he does, if he wins, loses, whatever, and Aaron stays out for one more week versus the Bills, Mason Rudolph is going to look like a fucking child. Because he is not going to know what to do against a good defense like the Bills. Now, Mason's, don't get me wrong, he's experienced. He's been in the NFL for, 5-6 years, something like that, 7 years? He's a veteran. But he's never been in a truly stressful game. He just hasn't.
Right,
he hasn't been in a stressful situation.
Phil,
the most stressful situation he was ever in involved Myles Garrett hitting him in the face with a helmet.
Right.
Let's just be honest. I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers is our answer at all. He's not long-term. Obviously, he's gone after this year unless we somehow win a Super Bowl and he decides to Elway it and come back for one more. But that's not going to happen either because he doesn't have the team that Elway had at that time,
Right.
Just with what we have right now, what's on the roster, starting anybody else ahead of Aaron outside of an injury is not a good idea for the rest of the year. It just isn't. I'm sorry, Phil.
Right.
I know you haven't liked Aaron all year. But the fact of the matter is, he is the best QB on this roster. A real freaking coach would have the balls and see Rodgers is done. It's time for a change. It is. Phil, you're not thinking, dude.
You're not
It's
thinking.
not about the coach.
You don't have anybody.
It's not about the coach. It's about the money,
and
the backups. You don't have backups who are going to come in and win games consistently. Right. Aaron Rodgers can. Will he? That's left to be said. But he's won most of the games he's played this year, and he looked great those first few games. So they're not going to bench Aaron, dude. And once again, like I said, money is the big thing here. I mean, they're paying him all this money for a 1-year contract. Mike Tomlin had to schmooze Aaron Rodgers to get him here. He took him out to dinner multiple times. He had to treat him like a fucking recruit in college to get him to come. And he came. He chose to come here. Do you really think that a guy with that clout, with that ability, who is still capable of playing, commands that kind of money for a short contract like that?
For example, look at Stafford.
They're not going to fucking bench him, dude. It's not going to happen. It would take a miraculous crash to bench him. Or injury. But injury, once again, that's completely different. He would have to go out there and just absolutely suck for multiple games for them to bench him. And even then, they probably won't.
Look, you know what I said, Finch? I said, look at Stafford, for example. He's in a great position because he has all the tools he needs.
How old is Matt Stafford?
I don't know. He's probably
He's a lot younger than Aaron Rodgers. He's 5 or 6 years younger than Rodgers.
Yeah, but
Stafford was drafted in 16 or whatever?
He's still in his late 30s, though.
Hey, Google, how old is Matthew Stafford?
Matthew Stafford is 37 years old.
He's 30. He's older than I thought.
Yes, I mean...
But...
He's in a good position.
He's on a good team right now.
That's what I mean.
He was on a bad team for all those years. They moved him to a good team. The difference is with Rodgers, he was on a good team for all those years, and then he moved to a legendarily bad team with the Jets. Why do you think I'm saying Tomlin sucks? All of what Tomlin is doing sucks. Everything is over. It's not working. Just go with the stash. Back-to-back games. Rodgers sucks and Tomlin sucks.
Should I time him out?
What's the Steelers' record this year? No, don't time him out. He's making a great point. But the Steelers are winning.
Exactly.
They have a winning record. They are 6-4. 6-4. We've lost one divisional game to the team that we whooped today, by the way.
Right.
That is not a reason to get rid of the coach. And then here comes the argument. Who was 8-9 or 9-8 every single year and they can't win a playoff game? Yes, that's true. And I thought in the offseason this year that if Mike Tomlin was going to get pinched, that this would have been the offseason to do it.
Right.
But they didn't. And to say that Tomlin has no balls, that doesn't work that way, dude. Remember, Tomlin is not the boss.
Nope.
Tomlin has bosses ahead of him, okay?
Yep.
Omar Khan, the Rooney family, those guys. We like to think that they stay out of football operations, okay? Like Jerry Jones is always in.
That's a valid point, RB.
R. Barley. Watt had a solid game today.
He was okay.
He's not worth that money, but and Cam isn't worth the money for sitting for, whatever, and all the shit. But we've had that argument before. Mike Tomlin's not the boss there. Mike Tomlin doesn't sign the checks, okay? The guys that sign the checks are the ones who ultimately determine when it comes to the biggest players. They're the ones that are saying, hey, we just paid this guy, $30 million. We are not going to pay him 30 to sit on the bench. It's just that clear. As bad as the Jets were a couple years ago when Aaron got hurt, as bad as they were, if he wouldn't have got hurt and they still lost their first 4 or 5 games or whatever, and everybody would have been clamoring to sit Rodgers in New York, do you really think the Jets would have fucking benched him? No. And the Steelers won't either. They won't. I'm not saying that Rodgers is this wonderful quarterback. I'm not saying he's Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. I'm not saying he's going to win the Super Bowl this year. I'm just looking at the facts in front of me. We didn't make any trades for quarterbacks because obviously we have them on the roster. We didn't... How should I put it?
Oh, my goodness.
We didn't make any moves that would minimize Aaron's role, okay? Yeah. It's not like we traded for a quarterback. It's not like we... It's not like we're trying... It's not like the Steelers are trying to find reasons to sit the guy or anything. Beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Here come the tough games and what happened last year. Yeah, that's right. Guess what? Aaron Rodgers wasn't here last year. So how are you going to tell me, win the games you're supposed to win with a guy who he hasn't played those hard games yet. I understand you don't like Aaron, and I understand why. The guy ran his mouth the last couple of years, and he has some political leanings that and some weird shit. I get if you don't like the guy personally. But you just got to look at what you got in front of you, dude. You can't just make moves. You can't just trade people and assume that you're going to get people back. You can't just assume that there's free agents out there. There is no free agent quarterback better than Aaron Rodgers right now. And there's no quarterback on the roster that's better than Aaron Rodgers. So if he's the best guy you got and there's nobody better available, who are you going to play? You're going to play the best guy.
He's complaining about Tomlin, too.
I know he is. He has a little bit of a better argument with Tomlin because you have like 16 seasons or 18 seasons of Tomlin fucking up to back up that. And I get that. That makes sense.
I would have to be mediocre regardless, at least for winning. Consistently, regardless of the playoffs. And then who else is going to be out there? You know what I mean? Who else is out there right now?
The Tomlin argument right now in this moment, halfway through the season, is it's a moot point because there will never, ever, ever be a situation where the Steelers get rid of a coach mid-season. Outside of like personal misconduct, right? If Tomlin goes out and breaks the law, yes, okay, that's a different story. But based on the field, there is nothing that Tomlin will ever do to get himself fired from the Steelers. On the field, because he's not going to go out and have a 2-15 season. He's not. It's never going to happen with the Steelers under Tomlin. It just isn't. The Steelers are too good in the front office to let that happen. Okay.
I could say this.
Could he have a game? What's that?
Once he's gone, we're going to be in trouble, dude.
No, man. We thought that about Bill Cowher too, and then Tomlin comes in and wins a Super Bowl. But it was Cowher's play. No, it was like 15 of Cowher's players.
Yeah.
It's Cowher's quarterback and running back. No, it wasn't even. No, not even his running back. That's right. He had the bus. He didn't have the bus. Or Parker. Or Antonio Randall L. None of those guys were on the team that won that Super Bowl, but they always talk about it being Cowher's team that won that in 2008.
Yeah.
He had Ben. Yeah, he had Faneca, and he had a couple other guys. Paul Malou, obviously. But, you know, a lot of the team that won that Super Bowl was not on the team 3 years prior.
Gosh
You tell
darn
me,
it.
You can tell me Bill Cowher is the reason that James Harrison returned a
Breaking news.
100-yard football touchdown. What's up?
The initial concern that Aaron Rodgers has, in the words of our own source, a slight break in his left wrist. But
Not his throwing hand, though.
No, but
He'll be back.
He'll be sidelined. It's looking like Mason Rudolph for the Bears
For next
game.
week.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. The Bears are bad enough. Mason will probably do all right, like he did today.
Yeah.
Feel still Cowher's players. Some of them, yeah. Yeah, sure. How many players were on that first Patriots team of Belichick's that he didn't draft?
Right.
Look it up. I'll bet there's not a whole lot. I'll bet there's not a whole lot. You win with what you got. Anybody who gives a shit about Tomlin winning with Cowher's player, that's just an excuse. That's just another reason for you to talk shit on Tomlin. And let's be honest, you probably didn't like Tomlin back then. In fact,
Exactly.
I'm not going to call anybody out here.
Right.
But a whole lot of people didn't like Tomlin when he first, even after he won that Super Bowl, they looked for excuses. And why do you think that is? Why do you think so many people disliked Tomlin then? And why do you think so many people hold on to that dislike now, despite the fact that all he's done is win? I know, once again, he hasn't won playoff games the last 8 years or 9 years. That's a hell of a lot better than most coaches. How many other coaches have been to the playoffs that many times in those years?
Exactly.
Andy Reid, maybe one or two others. Belichick.
That's about it.
I mean, dude, the dude's an elite coach. Okay, he doesn't always make great decisions.
Nope.
His football acumen is good. His ability to, he's not good with the clock, for example. Okay, Tomlin's never been good at managing the clock. Stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the dude wins games. People like him. And, I mean, it's just how it is. The mainstream media fucking loves Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Once again, in this offseason, I was pretty harsh on him. And I still think that if Tomlin finishes this season similar to how we finished the last, if we finish like 9-8 and we go and we blow it in the first round, there's a legitimate argument to upgrade, to get a new coach. But to say that they're going to, like, to just talk all this shit on Tomlin in the middle of a season when we have a winning record is wrong. It's not a good point to make. You're comparing Mike Tomlin to Bill Cowher and Chuck Noll, bro.
These aren't our old school Steelers, dude.
It's a different time, man. And
so many roles because of
I mean,
us.
if you want to talk about how great Chuck Noll was, yes, obviously amazing coach, won 4 Super Bowls, but guess what? Every one of those fucking players on the defense was juiced to the gills.
And they played. There was rules that.
And the rules were different then.
The tackles were definitely illegal.
Yeah, and I'm not making excuses. I'm just stating the facts, dude. It was a different game then. A dominant coach now is a rare thing. There's one per generation, okay?
All right.
We had a dominant coach in the 2000s with Belichick. We have a dominant coach now with Reid, okay? That's one coach in the whole NFL for a period of 5 to 10 years, every 5 to 10 years. Mike Tomlin is not that guy right now, and he probably won't be. He'll never be the guy that goes and wins 3 out of 4 Super Bowls or whatever. He just won't.
No.
But I also don't think that's all his fault. You know what I mean? We make how about some front office moves like paying your defense all this fucking money and they play mediocre at best? Is that Aaron Rodgers' fault? Is that Tomlin's fault?
That's the players' fault.
That's the players.
Being babies.
The players, demanding money and not performing? How are you going to blame that? How are you going to blame that on Aaron Rodgers?
Plus not having a mindset as a team to win a championship.
Right.
They're just focused on money.
And speaking of Rodgers, I mean, how many games this year do you think, legitimately, give me examples. How many games this year did he lose? How many pick sixes did he throw that lost us a game?
None. It was mostly on the defense.
The worst game he played was that Chargers game.
The Chargers game and maybe the Bengals game.
The whole team was bad in the Bengals game.
Yeah.
Whole team was pretty bad in the Chargers game too. Our defense didn't.
No, I take that back. Not the Bengals game. The Packers game.
How many AFC games? Answer my question, Field. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He also has a lot better competition now than Tomlin or than Cowher did.
Here's my thing. Phil.
And Cowher had better players. Cowher had better players, no doubt.
If you're gonna complain about our coach, why don't you complain that to Goodell, who's technically changed the way the game has played since the 2010s.
Okay, now R. Barley brings up a point, and this goes back to what I was saying. It's not an excuse. Culture slowly declined as the Cowher presence dwindled. What culture?
Exactly.
Be specific, Mr. Barley. What culture? What is it about Tomlin that made the culture different or changed?
Exactly.
What is it? Is it maybe? I mean, they say he's a player's coach. Okay. They say that players run around and do things and hey man, there's been examples of that. All right, obviously AB. Of course, Antonio Brown has proven to be absolutely batshit insane. That was not
Also,
Mike Tomlin's fault. The guy is in jail right now he got pinched recently for attempted murder. You're telling me that AB's mental on-field shit was Tomlin's fault? Now, maybe Tomlin could have acted a little harsher, could have put his foot down a little more, but then it comes back to that situation of, that's the best player on our team, and we're paying that guy a lot of money. We have to find a way to get him to play.
Right.
And, I mean, the same thing happened. Juju had a little bit of an issue with his TikTok and shit. What happened to him? He played well with us. Everybody says, oh, the culture fucking sucks. He goes somewhere else and he wins. He was a great player. You know what I mean? Who's the one now in Dallas? Pickens. Everybody's talking about Pickens. Got rid of him this year. The culture declined here, and that's why he left. Or maybe Pickens just didn't have a good fucking quarterback to throw him the ball the last couple years, and he still played well. And for us to get Aaron this year, we had to move somebody somewhere. George goes down to Cowboys, and he's having a great season. But you know what? The Cowboys have a fucking quarterback. We didn't have a quarterback last year.
Finch, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think certain fans pick like favorite players and say they're like the fans of the team. You know what I mean? And that's what's kind of changed, I think, the way of the game of how it is today in a little way. You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
You know what I mean? Like bandwagon stuff. They choose their favorite player. They root for the favorite. Like, it happens every year, but, like, I think that's what's kind of killed our culture a little bit. Like with AB, it happened with AB.
The big problem, there's been no culture killing in Pittsburgh, all right? It's a different culture, yes, but it's not killed. They still win games. We still have great players, and probably most important, players want to come here.
Right.
Players want to come here and play. Aaron Rodgers wouldn't be here if he didn't want to be here.
That's because of Tomlin.
And, Tomlin's a recruiter kind of guy. Like, that's what he is. He was a great college coach. Mm-hmm. Came into the NFL as a defensive coordinator, has done well there. The guy, he has that recruiting mentality. Okay, he's able to score good players. Now, you want to talk about on the field? They've been mediocre. They've been the last couple of years. Obviously, the Steelers have not been great. Okay, I understand that, and Mike does deserve all the criticism for that. Phil is right when he says, "Hey, mediocre seasons, not winning those playoff games." Who else are the Steelers going to get to coach this team?
Exactly, Finn.
Do you think that let's just think about this for a second, okay? Steelers have had 3 head coaches in the last 50-something years. 3 of them. How many head coaching jobs did any of those guys have before they came to Pittsburgh? 0. They were all coordinators. Chuck Noll was a defensive coordinator. Mike Tomlin was a defensive coordinator. Bill Cowher was a special teams coordinator, okay? Special teams coach. The Steelers do not go out and get high-name coaches. They'll never will. If Andy Reid retires this year and Mike Tomlin retires or quits or whatever, do you really think the Steelers are going to play to get Andy Reid to come to Pittsburgh? No, they're not. Would that be awesome? Probably. But that's not the Steeler culture. That's not the Steeler way. The Steelers find their guy. They interview. They do it. They do it the right way. Okay?
Right.
And when I say the right way, the Steeler way, one thing they will never do is drop a coach in the middle of the season. The Steelers could be 0-10 right now, and Tomlin would get all that blame, as he would deserve, but they wouldn't fire him. Like I said, they will never fire a head coach, especially Mike Tomlin, because let's be honest, Rooney Rule, all that stuff, they do not want to lose face by firing a African-American head coach. Okay? That'll never happen. And even if somehow he's not here at the end after this year, they would never go out and get a winning coach. They will find somebody that you've never heard of. They'll bring him in here, and guess what he's going to do? He's going to win. Because that's what always happens here.
Yep.
You don't worry about that. There are coaches out there. Don't act like if Tomlin is the only coach on earth. Don't talk that crap. There are coaches. Give me some names, Phil. Be specific. Who's available right now? If Tomlin were to get fired like you want today, who's going to come in and coach the team? Give me a name. I'm waiting. Unfortunately, until 2027 of the standard. Phil, you're wrong, brother. Yeah, Tomlin's not great. Hasn't been great the last couple of years. I'm not debating that. I'm just saying who is going to take his spot. And whoever takes his spot ain't going to be better than him.
That's why I said we're going to be in trouble.
Not without a full interview process. Not the whole. They need a whole off season. That's how the Steelers rock. That's how they roll.
We're going to be in trouble.
Shut up, Finch. You don't know. What don't I know? Phil, be honest, man. What don't I know? First of all, don't come on my show and tell me to shut up. Don't do that.
Right.
Phil, I love you, man. You're a great member of this crew. Don't tell me to shut up on my show, bro.
I can tell
you. Don't know that. What don't I know? I don't know that there's no coaches out there. I know that I can't name anybody that's out there. I mean, come on. I'm serious. Give me some names. You're telling me. You said it. Unfortunately, you said there are coaches out there. Don't act like if Tomlin's the only coach on it. I'm not acting that. There's plenty of coaches. There's 32 of them in the NFL, head coaches. And a few of them are better than Mike. But those guys are not going to leave their jobs to come to Pittsburgh.
Vegas.
Al Bundy could probably coach. What's up, Vegas? He did score 4 touchdowns in that one game.
He did
Polk
score
High.
4 touchdowns, yep.
Number 33, Polk High. But I think that's pretty much the end of the Tomlin conversation right now. The idea of getting rid of Tomlin, it's nothing worth arguing over at this point in the season because it's a moot point. You want to have arguments about Rodgers, at least that makes sense. But at the end of the day, once again, I stand by that statement I made. Dude, they're paying this guy $30 million something for one season. You schmoozed him. They did everything they could to get him to come here, and he's come here and he has played
phenomenal,
as good as we could have hoped.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, people don't like Aaron personally. Like I said, they don't like him personally. I totally get that. I said that in the offseason on the show. Said people don't like Aaron because of who he is and what he says. I totally get that. But at the end of the day, we're worried about the on-the-field stuff.
Right.
And there's no quarterback available right now who's going to come in here immediately and play as well as Aaron. There just isn't. Trade deadline's over. And even if there was, it's not like you're together in a room, don't get your panties in a bunch like Vanilla does. Phil.
Where's that at?
Phil. Nuance doesn't work through text, bro. Especially when you are typing in all caps. How am I supposed to feel like we're just in the room, shut up, shut up, buddy, when you're typing in all caps? How am I supposed to understand the nuance of the conversation there, Phil? And once again, I'm not holding anything. I love you, man. You're awesome. You're a great member of the show. Just don't come on my show and tell me to shut up. I don't like that. Phil, leave that to the Rooneys. The Rooneys are not magicians, man. It's not like they're just like, hi, I'm Art Rooney, and your coach should be my coach. Or your quarterback should be my quarterback because we're the Steelers. It doesn't work that way. Now, yes, people want to be here. But, I mean, you have to give something up to get those people. As we proved this year by giving $30 million to Aaron Rodgers, whatever the number is. I think it's over $30 million. It's like $34 million, something like that. It's like a ridiculous number. So I'm not exactly seeing what you're trying to tell me here, Phil. Mr. Rooney won't fire a coach. He has $18 million guaranteed next year. Mr. Rooney is not going to fire a coach.
No.
It's because he allowed guys like AB to do whatever. Brian was left to do shit. Yeah. We mentioned that. He plays favorites. I think every coach plays favorites. You're going to play favorites with your best players. AB was their best player on the team at that time. Juju was one of the best players on the team. I'm not excusing their behavior. And I do think you're right about Tomlin needing to maybe put his foot down a little harder. Okay, no doubt about that. But let's be real here. The reason that a lot of people didn't like Tomlin, they didn't like him from the beginning because of the color of his skin. And now they're looking for every single excuse to be upset with him. I'm not saying that you guys on the board are saying that. I'm just telling you. I've talked to so many people over the years about Mike Tomlin, and it always is the same argument. The culture. I don't like the culture. And also, the only people that do say that to me are white people. I'm just saying that. I'm just being completely honest. What's going on with Mike, Finch? So I haven't watched the show the last couple of days. Is there something up with Mike? What's going on? Our Barley, pride has fallen off. Show me before where we lose 3 playoff games, 84-14 or whatever. Yeah, hey, they weren't good.
Yeah,
But once again, that's not all Tomlin's fault. You know, if the players don't play well, they're not going to win. You can't go out there and lay an egg against freaking Houston like we did a couple years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you did.
Sounds like I'm taking I feel I just don't like people telling me to shut up. In all caps. I don't like that. I don't appreciate it. That's all I'm saying. If you don't like it, dude, shut it off.
I mean,
that's all there is to it. We're just talking about scores and football. Did you say the color of his skin? LOL. Come on, dude. Cody, come on, man. Do you really think that there is not a large population of Steeler fans who dislike Tomlin because of the color of his skin? They do. There are. I know a lot of them. I know people personally. There 100% are. It was a meme when he first came to Pittsburgh. Like, I can remember listening to DVE, and they had skits where they would talk about people not liking Tomlin, and they would dance around the color of his skin. The one I remember specifically was, they used to do a skit on DVE with a guy named Georgie. That was like the character, Georgie. He was a huge Steeler fan, and he was like really crazy and weird. And he was going on and on about, we hired that guy. I don't like this guy. There's one big reason why we shouldn't have this guy on the team. And he's dancing around the race. And of course it became, the joke was, he's a cover 2 guy. We don't like cover 2 guys in Pittsburgh. That's a joke and it's a skit and it's funny, but it's 100% how a lot of people feel. It's just how it is. Cody, no, there isn't. What are you applying to there, Cody? No, there isn't what?
You're lying to yourself if you're blind to what Finch is saying.
I'm just telling you, man. A lot of people. No, it sounds like you got lit, Finch, because I'm saying Rodgers is done. He has looked terrible back-and-back week. Yeah, he had 2 tough games. He had 2 tough games. Well, 1.5 tough games, because he only played a half game today. Is 1.5 games enough to bench your $30 million quarterback?
With the ring?
I mean, let's be real. Is it?
With
As
a
a
ring
fan who with a ring, 4-time MVP, based on the play of this season. Now, if he's gone out there and threw 3 pick sixes every game, this would be a different argument, okay?
Yeah, right.
But he hasn't laid eggs. He has not laid an egg this year. He's had mediocre, not great games. Okay, once again, the Chargers game, probably the worst one. But I can name a lot of starting quarterbacks who have been starting all season who have played a lot worse than Aaron Rodgers. Who have worse records than Aaron Rodgers. And are still playing. Because it's the best guy on those terrible teams. And this is the best guy on our terrible team. Mason had a good game today. A good half a game. But there's no way to think that we tried it before with Mason. We've been through this with this exact player. He just isn't that guy. He is a very good, capable backup. Mason Rudolph is the modern Charlie Batch.
Exactly.
And I mean that with love. I mean that in the nicest, best way possible. I have no disrespect for Mason.
Oh my goodness, he just
the guy was great today, and I would like to see him play. They're not going to bench Aaron Rodgers for him. I would blame Rooney as much as Tomlin for sure, because if you can only get a certain amount of players, or what I should say is you're spending all your money in one end of the team and not investing where it needs to be invested on the other side of the team, then yes, that does come to the Rooneys. I think Tomlin's doing the best with what he's got. And I think that's always been his case.
Yep.
One thing nobody will say about Mike Tomlin does not try to lose. He doesn't make a bunch of excuses. Okay? He dances around subjects when he talks, I'll be honest. But Mike Tomlin is still... He's better than most coaches, man. You gonna tell me what Mike McDaniel coaching this team?
Yeah.
Or that freaking guy for the Giants who just got fired? Is that the available coach you were talking about, Phil? The guy from the Giants who got fired last week? What was his name? Is that the available guy you were talking about? He might be better than Tomlin. You're right.
Yep, totally.
Let's go over these picks real quick, because a lot of the 4 o'clock games have all finished. Plus, it is almost 8:30, man. We got a game starting here, and I want to watch it.
It already started.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, Lions and Eagles. Oh, yeah, they're still at 0-0. All right, so where are we at?
Goodness.
Bucks, Bills, Bengals, Steelers.
Oh, what a catch. Oh, he dropped it.
That's on NBC, right?
Hey, that nominee thing is actually at noon tomorrow.
I'll be at work when that goes down.
So I'll probably save it for later at the night.
Well, I'll watch it. I'll check it on my phone to see who got nominated. But if we want to do a stream tomorrow, if I'm not busy, I can.
Okay, cool.
Cody says the Rudolph always makes the Bengals look like shit. I think a lot of quarterbacks can make the Bengals look like shit. That defense of theirs is legendarily bad.
Right.
And Mason went in there and played well against a bad defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing we have to consider here. Benching Rodgers for Mason, the Bears are a better team than the Bengals. Let's just say that. Let's see what Mason does next week if he does start.
Oh, Brian Flores?
Brian Flores. Wait, that's who the Giants just fired?
No.
No, I was going to say. Brian Flores is a pretty good coach. He was here before, right? He was a coordinator or whatever.
Yep, we should have kept him, but...
But I think the NFL has been colluding against that guy, and he had a case for a while there.
Yep.
So
And the
I don't
Steelers don't
hate
work
the
that way.
idea of Brian Flores being here. I don't, to be honest with you.
Steelers don't work that way.
I don't think he's a better coach than Tomlin.
Right.
And I also think that the NFL, I don't know if he'll ever be back coaching in the NFL, head coach. He was there last season, right? And then I remember reading a while back that he won a suit against the NFL. Not his big suit, but
That's
he
what
won.
I was saying, Cody.
There was something that happened that opened the doors for other people to start suing the NFL. And it hasn't happened. It was like one of those things where like people were like, hey, this happened. This could happen next. But I'm not clear on the story, so I'm not going to comment much on it. But I will be honest, Brian Flores, Peaches, that's a good throw out there. Is he better than Tomlin? I don't think so. There are only a few coaches out there who are actually legitimately proven better head coaches than Tomlin, and those guys have teams, and they ain't leaving.
You're right.
And once again, when the day does come that Tomlin is gone, and let's be real, it might be sooner than later. He's already been here for almost 20 seasons. He can't have too much left in the tank.
We're in trouble.
It'll be an interview process, and the guy that they pick will be somebody that we've never heard of. Or if we have heard of them, it's because they just won the Super Bowl as a coordinator or a special teams coach. Those are the kind of moves that the Rooneys make when it comes to coaching. Right. Yeah, Miami. Right. That was like a collusion thing, right? They didn't like him. Well, Flores, wasn't he also the coach during that whole fucking Richie Incognito thing?
Mm-hmm.
I think he was the head coach when that went down. And I think that was a pretty ugly stain on his resume. I have to refresh my memory on what all went down with that because there was some ins and outs with that story. But the fact of the matter is, you're talking about culture with Mike Tomlin. Brian Flores let that shit happen under his watch. And that Incognito, that was a situation. So I think that argument of the culture might not work for Flores. But in terms of just straight up X's and O's, the guy's a good coach. He's a proven decent coach. I like Brian Flores. I hate the Dolphins, but he did well with what he had. No, Field, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying, no, keep these guys. I'm saying the Steelers aren't going to get rid of these guys because, I'm using my brain here, they don't have anybody else. That's what you're failing to realize here, Phil. I'm not saying that Tomlin is Bill Belichick. I'm not saying he's Chuck Noll. I'm saying the Steelers will not fire him, ever, for anything other than detrimental behavior. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's not going to happen. Aaron Rodgers, same thing. You're paying this guy $30 million for one season. You didn't pay him $30 million over 4 seasons. You paid him $30 million for one season. There is zero chance he gets benched outside of absolute catastrophe. And even if, let's say the Steelers go out and lay an egg. Let's say they lose 40-0 to the Bears this week, okay? Let's say Aaron plays a game and he throws 3 touchdowns and 2 of them return for picks, or 3 interceptions, 2 of them return for picks. He has the worst game of his career. Let's say that happens, all right? Let's say the Steelers do say, fuck it. You know what? Tomlin sucks. We're benching Brown. Let's say they fire Tomlin. Okay, they bring in an interim head coach, probably Danny Smith or one of those guys. Do you really think that would improve the team?
No. In heartbeat, no.
They might win the first game they play. You see that often in not just the NFL. You see that in the NHL a lot too. New coach comes in the midway of the season, and that first game, the team rallies behind him and does great. It's not going to work, dude. Getting rid of those guys mid-season is just not going to happen. I'm also talking about the other 2 QBs we have. Let them play. That would be nice to see Will Howard play and whatnot. But if you have a winning record and the quarterback you're starting is winning
You're
games,
playoff position. You can't.
why are you gonna bench him for a rookie or a guy who's never played in the NFL? Like that just doesn't make sense. The let him play argument is a good argument. You want to see the youngsters, but it's also a situational argument. If the Steelers are down 30-0 at halftime,
then you play him.
Then maybe you sit Rodgers for the rest of the game. Then you bring in a Will Howard or whoever. The other guy, I can't even think of his freaking name. That's a situation. Skylar Thompson. That's a situation, yes. What you don't do is look at the record and say the Steelers are 6-4 or whatever. First in the division. Lined up to be in the playoffs. I think we're third in the conference right now with the standings. And then you're going to say, oh, well, let the young guy in and play. No, the young guys don't come in unless we're either really winning or really losing. That's when you let them play. You don't let the young guy come in and play unless it's an emergency situation.
Right.
Rodgers can't play this week, and then Rudolph goes out there and he takes a hit and he goes out for the game. Emergency situation, you bring in that guy. Then it's a let him play situation. Then you put him in there and you just let him stick it out, make his mistakes or do his whatever it is. Once again, that's a situational thing. But to just go into this game and say, Rodgers is hurt. F Rudolph, let this guy play. It's just not going to happen, dude. We would like to see it. Don't get me wrong, man. I want the Steelers to play well, and I want them to win, and I want our coach to do well. I'm not arguing that. I'm just arguing the logic here. That's not going to happen. They're not going to do those things. I'm sorry to say it. It sucks. Cody, I'm not saying you in specific. I'm not naming names here. I'm just telling you that is the whole race thing with Tomlin is a thing that has been circulating around this half of the state for almost 20 years. And anybody who doesn't understand that, I just don't think understands racism and how truly that this is a political thing. That I'm not trying to get political, but I'm just saying Mike Tomlin's black. A lot of people didn't like him when he came here, and they held that grudge. The dude wins a Super Bowl, and all they could say is he did it with other people's players.
Right.
When so many Super Bowl winning coaches have won Super Bowls with the previous coaches' players, with more players. John Gruden, everybody praises him as this great coach. He won 1 Super Bowl, and he did it with Tony Dungy's team.
Right.
One of the greatest defenses of all time. Nobody takes that away from John Gruden. You'll hear like Buccaneers fans say, well, he won with Tony's team, but they don't care because they still won the Super Bowl. But anybody on the national way, nobody says that. Nobody, every time Gruden talks, nobody is in his face saying, well, you won with Tony Dungy's players. Because at the end of the day, Tony Dungy had those players for years and he didn't win the Super Bowl. John Gruden comes in and wins a Super Bowl. Bill Cowher has these players for years, doesn't win a Super Bowl. Finally gets the guys to do it. Finally puts a team together. Wins a Super Bowl. Retires 2 years after that. The third year after that, the Steelers win the Super Bowl with 12 or 15 or whatever of those players. And they're going to give him a hard time 3 years after that previous team. Now, yeah, he had those veterans. He had Ben. You know what I mean? He had Santonio Holmes was a Cowher guy. Okay. Obviously, Paul Malu and half of that defense were a good portion of that defense were Cowher guys. I get that. But at the end of the day, Mike Tomlin was still coaching that team. There's no guarantee that if Bill Cowher was still there, that he would have taken that team to that Super Bowl, right? We don't know that. Chances are, maybe he doesn't, because Mike Tomlin was the right guy at that time. But people don't like him. A lot of people didn't like him for reasons that have nothing to do with football. That's an excuse to continue the dislike. Okay. Now, the current argument of the team being mediocre, yes, 100%. That is a valid argument. I'm not discounting that.
Yep.
You can't. And once again, I said this all offseason. Like, I was kind of into the idea of getting rid of Tomlin this year, but once we got to that point where we knew he was going to be here, you have to ride or die with it, because once again, the Steelers just aren't going to change their coach mid-season.
No.
Just won't. And that excuse of he won with Cowher's players, that is just another reason, another argument to dislike a guy that you already predispositioned yourself to dislike. And once again, I'm not calling out names. I'm not calling anybody racist here. So many people think that way. They're just too big of pussies to say it because nobody wants to admit that they're fucking racist. I am kind of fired up. I don't know why. I'm in a good mood. I feel good. I have my cigar. I got some booze. I'm watching some football. I think the whole argument of getting rid of Tomlin and Rodgers just kind of set me off because it's like, bro,
what else? What are you supposed to do?
What else are you gonna do, right? You're not gonna bench Rodgers, and there's no free agent QB out there who's gonna be any better. Like, I'm sick of that argument, man. To me, that's just upset people. And by the way, we won today in convincing fashion. We're still having this argument, by the way.
Right, about an hour later.
Right. If Rodgers doesn't get hurt and we only win by 1 point, we're gonna argue about how Rodgers sucks. If Rodgers doesn't get hurt and he wins by 40, people are still gonna complain about Rodgers. Oh, he had a bad game against the Chargers. Oh, he did it against the Bengals. They're the worst defense in the league. That doesn't mean shit. How's he going to do against a real team like the Ravens or the Bills? I can't win in that argument. I just can't. Because these people, I say these people, I mean, just the fans. People who are arguing against, people who don't like Rodgers. Once again, predisposition to not like him. Because one, he beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl 15 years ago, which that's totally valid. But they don't like him because of things he said the last few years. And I totally understand that. Aaron Rodgers said some kind of unhinged shit. The whole COVID thing. I understand why people don't like him. But he's the best quarterback on the team. That's who we got. And there's no free agent that's better.
Exactly.
And as much as I would love to see Will Howard play some football, I really do.
I would too, but
it's not going to happen barring injury or something catastrophic. It just isn't. That's the way of football. The Browns, great example. Browns draft 2 quarterbacks. First one goes out there, fucking sucks this season. Gabriel, right?
He was doing okay in the beginning, but he's not very good.
No, he couldn't keep his team in the game despite having the Browns' defense is legit, and the Browns' defense keeps him in the game, and he just couldn't score. They bring Shador Sanders in today. And I only watched the first 2 drives he was in. He was not great. His first play was a 5-yard pass or whatever.
You want to know his stat line?
Yeah, bring it up.
Hold on, I got you.
Oh, Phil, I'm not putting you on that list, brother. I think I was just more ranting about a lot of people in general.
There are some Steeler fans that are...
A lot of Steeler fans. A lot of Steelers. And you know what? Pittsburgh's not the only place that deals with that. This was a thing when... who was the coach for Carolina when they went to the Super Bowl?
Oh.
Ron something? He's Hispanic. That dude, I read a lot of shit online about him. I shouldn't say about him. A lot of shit from Carolina Panthers fans. The year that they won that Super Bowl, I remember this. A lot of people had a problem with him because of his Hispanic background. I think I'm thinking of the guy, Ron.
Went to the Super Bowl. They lost
They lost to the Patriots.
Broncos.
Or the Broncos, right. That was the Peyton Manning.
Send off.
What the fuck was Cam Newton's game? He was not great.
Oh, here's the stat line. 4 for 16.
Shador Sanders, okay.
47 passing yards, 1 interception, and 2 sacks taken.
One of those was a 13-yard loss sack on 3rd down. Are you telling me that if Will Howard comes in and plays that he's going to be
any better?
Probably not.
Probably not. Now, Will Howard also doesn't have the name that Sanders has, so they expect a lot from Sanders, and he went out and kind of laid an egg. But I'm sure Browns fans were cheering very heavily when they brought him in. But here's the difference between benching a rookie quarterback for another rookie and benching an all-time great quarterback for a rookie, is that Browns team is garbage. Sucks. Your organization sucks.
The organization sucks. And let's take a look here. What's the Browns record? 2-8. 2-8. The Steelers are not 2-8.
We are.
If the Steelers were 2-8 and we were having this discussion about benching Rodgers and he was playing as bad as Gabriel was, I would be a little more sympathetic towards the idea of benching him. But I would also allow my logic to take over and say, dude, they're not freaking benching him. Just like I've been saying here for the last 45 minutes. They're not going to bench him because he's the guy. Right? So that's just, That's just how I feel, man. I mean, I want to see Howard play. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen barring catastrophe. Or, we're up by 40 in the second half. That's when you bring him in. And then the guy comes in and scores 2 touchdowns and everybody wants him to start the next game.
Right.
Let's see here. Longest playout drought this team's had since 1967 Super Bowl was started. That is what matters, John. Longest playoff drought? Weren't the Steelers in the playoffs last season?
Yeah.
So you're saying playoff win drought because we haven't won, what was it, 9 years since we've won? Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Right.
That's 100% a fact.
Finch.
What's up?
I think Ryan brought this up a couple years ago. Are the Steelers fans spoiled? Question mark.
Yes, of course we are.
That's what I mean. Like,
these arguments don't happen in Miami fans. Miami fans, all they want to do is just fucking have their team show up to games other than in Miami.
I think we're spoiled at this point. Regardless.
Phil says he's seen Rodgers play terrible back-to-back weeks. Guess what? I'll bet he had many back-to-back week bad games in Green Bay all those years. He had games where he threw 3 and 4 picks for Green Bay. Why didn't they bench him?
Because he won 4 MVPs.
Oh, because he won. Because he was a good quarterback. He's winning in Pittsburgh right now. What's his record? You can't just say, oh, the Steelers haven't won a playoff game in 9 years and then just assume that they're not going to win one this year because of Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
What if we go and we win a playoff game in the first round and then we lose in the next round? Suddenly it's the same argument again. Oh, they can't fucking do it. They can't win. Sure, they finally won a playoff game, but they lost the next one. I don't see the point of that argument. I just don't see it. It's a moot point. Cody. I don't hate you at all, Cody. I think you're awesome. By the way, Cody, how the heck did those guys at the gang, the Trash Talk with Steelers, have streamed for 14 hours in the last 2 days? They had a 9.5-hour stream 2 days ago, and they did a 5-hour stream yesterday. You guys are freaking beasts, man. I was on that first stream. Well, I'm not on the show, but I came in and watched for a while. Was chatting with you guys. Very good, by the way. I had a great time watching you guys the other day. Miami can lick my taint. Yes, Cody. Yes, they can. I hate them. That was just an example I was putting out there. But, dude, you guys streamed for like 14 hours over the course of 2 days between the 3 of you guys. That was insane. That's wild stuff, man. I love it.
You have an applause sound effect?
I do. It's on here somewhere.
Play it for him.
Let's find it. And, dude, we're I didn't realize what time it was. We got to get moving, man.
I got to get moving. Yeah, I got to get to my next
halfway
show.
through an episode of Sopranos. I got to get back to it. My wife's getting upset. She wants to watch the show.
I got to get to my next show.
Oh, you guys starting up soon? Doing it tonight?
Yeah.
Plug it, bro.
Folks, after this Sunday Night Review, I'm going to be having a show with Chris on the Average Boys podcast. We're going to talk some nerdy stuff. If you want to tune to the network, it'll be. And
that'll be here on Two Dumb Yinzers as well. It'll be streamed over here as well.
Yeah, so stay tuned for it in about a half hour.
Cody, I'm going to end the show, or at least I'm going to end my portion of the show with what you just said. The world is an imperfect place. Screws fall loose every day. You're 100% on that, buddy.
Yep.
100%. 100%. And anyway, I love you guys. Thank you, Phil, Cody, Barley. Who else was here? Jen was here. John, middle name Mud. He was here.
Vegas.
Big John Stud. Vegas was here. It's always good to see you guys, man. And well, anyways, all I'm saying is I told Two Dumb, it doesn't matter what Teflon Don does. I want him gone. I'm done with the same season-ending bull. A lot of people want him gone. I have to ask you, Phil, why do you call him Teflon Don? I've noticed you said that. I just don't understand why Teflon Don. Teflon, I understand. I don't know. I'm curious to why you call him that, because I've seen you call him that a lot. That's just, I don't know why. I just don't know why you said it.
All right, folks. We got to close up, though.
Boom! For Phil. And then, Cody, have a good night. We won. Fuck the Bengals. And that's
all that
what
matters.
matters the most. We got all upset today over a Steelers win.
Right.
Just think about how spoiled we are that we get this worked up over a win.
Right.
A convincing win. It's not like we got by the skin of our teeth. It's not like we won because we kicked 7 field goals. A convincing win where both sides of the ball played pretty well. Granted, once again, Aaron was not great today. But the Steelers still played good football. And they picked each other up on both sides of the ball where it needed to happen. Because many let the terrible coaching of him slide off. Okay, but why Don? His name's Mike. Anyway, we are spoiled as Steeler fans because we are able to have these sort of arguments, and at the end of the day, our team is probably going to win more games than they lose. If we were fans of the Panthers or the Browns or the Raiders, the Texans, the Jets,
the Saints,
we wouldn't be talking about firing the coach. We'd be talking about wanting to fucking kill ourselves.
right.
Because in those cities, firing the coach never works. They fire the coach, they bring in another guy, and they still suck. That's why Steelers are the Steelers. That's why we've been a dominating force in the NFL for over 50 years now, and it will continue to be that way. Not every season is going to be a Super Bowl win. We've established that. But just the fact that our team has more Super Bowl wins than any other outside of the Patriots, with the same amount, obviously, just that is testament enough that we are freaking spoiled. Mafia Teflon Don is a Mafia nickname. I've heard that applied to Don Trump many times. I just never heard it applied to Mike Tomlin until you said it. So I was just curious why you picked that name. They are the men of tampons now. Does that mean they bleed? Is that what you're saying? They bleed 5 days out of them? I don't get that reference either. I think he's saying that they're a bunch of bitches, maybe. That at least makes sense. Speak now or forever hold your peace there, Derpy. Anything else? I'm going to take that as a no. Thanks for joining us, our good friends. It's always great to see you. Love you guys. We will see you soon here. Remember, tomorrow morning, 11:30 to 12 o'clock, somewhere in that time frame, Two Dumb Yinzers will be back. I will not be available tomorrow because I have to work, but I think I'll be here Tuesday. How about you, Derp?
Yeah, Thursday probably. For the Yinzers.
Yeah, I won't be able to do Thursday again this week. I got to work in the morning, so I'll miss the picks.
We might do a. We brought this up earlier before the show. We might do a. Go over something for like the Game Awards that are coming up, the nominees. So stay tuned to that. Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna try our best to do that tomorrow too. So any of my friends here that are video game nerds like Derpy and I, we'll have a little chat about that. Cody, come talk some shit later. Talking trash. You guys gonna be on tonight? Yeah, if you guys are on tonight, I'll pop in there too. I'll jump between both podcasts. See what's up. Get in the chat. Thank you, you beautiful, beautiful board. Derpy, thanks for having me on today. I love the Sunday night show. This is fun because we can kind of loosen up and get silly, and
hey,
we don't. Yeah, we don't have to worry about pissing off Mike.
Right. Right. He's already depressed being a Penn State fan.
Cody, good point. Everybody that's here, talking trash with the Steelers gang. That's our boy Cody Silva, and he has a couple other guys that go on and help him out too. Jamal being one of the guys. Jamal's here quite often on the show. It's a cool show. The guys have fun. They get silly. They talk ball. It's not professional, which I love. It's just 3 dudes having a good time, and I like that. Dude, I can't wait to watch the show next time you guys are on. If you guys are on tonight, I'll jump in for a little bit and say hello. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Derp. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Take care. Go Steelers!